Hey everyone, welcome back to Planet Zoo. Thank you very much for joining me today. We are in Pine Valley Zoo once more. It's basically the only project that I'm working on at the moment because I'm having so much fun in it. So last episode we were working in our caves, our creepy crawly caves. I'm pretty much done in here. There's bound to be bits and pieces that I come back and do, but I'm really happy with how these have turned out. Actually, while I'm here, I am just going to do something in our little bat cave, which is to add in some of these. Somebody commented that there were some new mushrooms in the game. That's these ghost fungus have been added. So I just want to dot a few of these around. What else were we doing in the last one? As you can see, we let guests in for the first time, which is cool. It's something that I don't usually do in my zoos, but I thought it was about time that I actually had some guests coming in. Quite like these mushrooms. They're quite interesting looking little things. It'd be nice if they added some more things like this, because they definitely add a nice bit of detail to an area. Oops, that was a badly placed one. Let's get that one in there. Let's get one or two here. Let's try this other type. Yeah, what else did I do in the last episode? I think it was mostly working here. Oh, we've got some more flamingos and some more hippos in the Hippo Lake now, which is cool. Right, there we go. I think that will do for that. Yeah, I just wanted to add a few of those in there. I just wanted to detail it as much as I could. Yeah, that's good. Right, so let's come out here. So yes, you can see we have quite a few more flamingos in here. I think we've got 6 hippos now as well, which is good. I did some detailing around here, put some benches and things down as well, so that's all looking good. And our train is now linked up, obviously just sort of temporarily, but at least people can use it. So today, what am I going to do today? First off, I've got a bit of an idea of something to do here. Now, somebody at some point in the past, I apologise, I can't remember who it was or when, somebody did suggest building sort of a viewing platform coming out into the water. So I want to do something like that, but not quite as blatant as a viewing platform. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but I want the flattened terrain, I think. Let's see. So what I'm thinking is just a pathway that comes out and then loops back in again. Yeah, just like this. This is all I want. Just so it loops out just a little bit and then joins straight back in here. Something like that. Right, how does that look? Well, that pathway there has gone a little bit funky, hasn't it? I can hide that with a bush. That's fine. If in doubt, hide it with a bush. Okay, that there has not worked at all. Why has it done that? I thought the whole point of the flatten terrain tool was that it didn't do that. Okay, let's try again. This is always the worst part of any sort of building, is pathways. You know my love, or indeed my hatred of pathways in this game. So it's not going to let me do it this time, is it? Because I'm not flattening the terrain. Okay, what can I do? It's going to let me come out like that. Let me see what it does. Yeah, see, actually that looks okay, because it does roughly look sort of the right sort of shape, at least. Hasn't completely corrupted. Can I? Yeah, okay. It's there we go. That's not as good as I wanted it, but actually that doesn't look too bad, does it? So it always goes just a little bit funky around these bits. But again, I can hide that. I can stick a big bush on the corner here and just disguise that a little bit. But that was my idea. That's what I wanted. So people that want to stand here and have a watch of the animals can come out here, and other people can walk past here without being stuck by crowds. That's sort of my thinking. And we've got these, there are sort of observation things. I don't know, and then here, yeah, this one here, Vista Point. I think this is what you use if you want to encourage people to stand in a particular place and take photos. I think you put those in. So hopefully instead of standing back here, people will actually come and stand by these. I think that's how they work. I don't think it really tells me what they do actually. A Vista Point. Is it gonna? No, it doesn't really tell me what it does, but yeah, there we go. Look, people are standing next to it. I think that's the idea. Cool, look at that. That's pretty good. So obviously I need to detail that a bit. I might even... Ooh, that could work. I might try and actually get 1 or 2 pine trees growing up in this gap. Maybe, or I might just fill it with some hedges. Don't know. Let's have a think. Well, I might as well do that now because I'm here now. Do I like these supports? No, not really. I always think it's weird that you have this huge concrete pathway with wooden supports. That makes no sense whatsoever. But the supports themselves look cool, but I just can't believe you can't change the base of this pathway here to look different. I don't think you can anyway. I think no matter what you build here, I think it looks the same, doesn't it? Yeah, it's still concrete underneath, isn't it? Yeah, it changes the edge, which is interesting, but yeah, not enough. Yeah, a bit strange that, but there we go. Right, let's have a look at our pine trees then and see if there's something I can fit in there and make look good. So we have got some lovely tall ones, but I'm not sure how they're going to look if I squeeze them in here. Yeah, do you know what? I think that might work. What else have we got? We've got another one. That's a bit of a short one, that one though, isn't it? I wonder if I can raise that up and put it on some rocks down there. Let's see, how does that look? No, that's really encroaching on the land. It's going to have to be out like that. I'm going to have to lift it right up, I think. Okay, I can get away with that, I think. Yeah, maybe just those 2. And then if I come down here and I can put in some rocks, make it look like it's growing up on some kind of a rocky shelf like this. What's this looking underground? Actually, yeah, that's all it needs really. It's just a couple of rocks just to give that suggestion that there's some sort of natural rock formation there. And then I can just get a little bit of vegetation in as well and get it looking a bit more blended in. That's all it needs, just so that it's looking a little bit more embedded with the environment down the bottom there. Cool, okay, that's good. Obviously I need to do something up here. I don't know if I could smooth this off at all. Not really. Okay, that's fine. Let's stick with our bush theme then and just try and plug some of these gaps a bit in here. Don't mind there being a bit of long grass, although I kind of need it to. Yeah, actually, let's keep it short and let's just go with some bushes. This is good. We're getting plenty of people standing out here. Still getting a few people. Oh, he's giving a talk. What is he doing? Oh, like they give talks out and about now, do they? Maybe that's a new thing. That's interesting. Don't know if I particularly like that or not, really. Right, let's get a big old bush on the corner there. What else do we got? Brambles. Yeah. A little bit too green, but I can try and brighten that up with something else. I don't want to completely fill this with bushes. I don't mind it being a little bit open. Oh no, too big, too big. What else we got? Ah, this one with a little one of these is a flower. Yeah, here we go. Let's get one of these down in here, 1 or 2 of these, just to give this bush a little bit of colour. Doesn't need a lot, and then maybe one more over here. I don't mind. I'll leave a little bit of greenery there. That's fine. I like that. That looks good to me. And along the back is pretty similar stuff, really. Again, I don't want it looking completely filled up back here. But I do want it to look occupied, you know. I want it to look natural and a bit overgrown. A little bit of colour, but at the same time not too much. Do I want hydrangeas? No, I don't think I do want hydrangeas. I do like these, so I will sink a few more of these in. These just offer a lovely area of ground cover. Really nice. I could probably hide that light quite easily there. Yeah, that's good. The cliff faces themselves will pretty much stay as they are, I think. I don't really feel the need to hide them. Possibly one or two rocks, but that's not really needed. What else have we got? Something a bit more interesting there. Let's get something like this in over here as well. Just add a little bit of colour on that corner there. I think these are probably too big in here. No, actually that works okay there. Hang on, let's just get it to the right sort of height. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. Just a little sparkling of colour in there. And what else have we got? This is often how I do these sort of nature areas. You don't plan them too much. You just scroll through the list. You always have your favourites. And you do sort of fall back onto your favourites quite a lot. But at the same time, it's fun sometimes. You just scroll through, see what looks good. Try things out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I haven't actually done anything on the inside or the outside actually. Oh look, we've got quite a big area here. I feel like this needs something on this corner, doesn't it? I'm not sure what though. I might leave that for now because I want to do the bridge today as well. So I might just leave that for a second. This guy's standing in that same spot. He's given a roaming tour on the hippos. That's interesting. I didn't know they did this, but that's kind of cool. So they just randomly walk around the area and give talks on the animals. That's brilliant. I think I'd like people to be standing and watching the beach. I think I might need more of these vista points. People do seem to stand around a fair bit anyway, mind you. So yeah, that's cool. Right, where was that? I think I'm okay back here. This is looking okay. Like I said, I don't want to completely fill it up. There's no need for that. I just want it to look like it's got stuff in it, you know? Just stuff. Yeah, I like these scarolas actually. Let's just fill this back area here with a few of these. Nice bit of greenery. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice backdrop actually. I might just get a few more of these in over here. Leave a little bit of grass at the front here, like this. You just got this little strip of green at the front. I like that. But actually these scarolas do make a lovely little backdrop like this. It's just a lovely texture. I really like it. You can just mingle it in with the other plants there. Yeah, I'm liking that. Right, let's get some actually on this outside area here as well. Let's get a little wattle bush in there. Is that a wattle? No, it's not. It's a white sage bush. Of course it is. Silly me. Let's get some of this. I think we've got space on here for a bit of this. Yeah. We've got more scarola. No, let's go. Wattle. Yeah, let's get some wattle. Whoops. I think I put that one too high. No, actually that looks fine. I'll tell you what I'll do is put a lower one next to it. Let's get another one over here. Quite like these. They're a bit crazy, aren't they? Again, I don't want it full up. I want plenty of spaces where people can stand and look down at the animals. So I don't want to... Oh look, that one did go too high, didn't it? Wow, that's awful. Let's try this again. There we go. Let's move it down to there. Cool. Yeah, I want plenty of open spaces like this so people can stand and look. Obviously, you've got to consider your children standing and looking, so they don't want to be looking through bushes all the time. Okay, I like that. I think that looks good. I'll tell you what I might just do is get a couple of benches down. I love these new benches, these conservation ones. I think they're wonderful looking things. Just a couple of benches there, and obviously a bin. There has to be bins everywhere. And I will do lighting as well. Lighting I will do at the end of the whole project. There we go, there's our nice little viewing platform. I really like that actually, that's turned out alright. I was going to put a hedge or bush, wasn't I, on this corner here. I'll tell you what I might put on this corner because I really want it to be filled in. Big old hydrangea bush. Just covering that, and then if I put another one here, the next height up, just to really fill that corner in. It kind of just, yeah, that's fine. Just hides that slightly dodgy bit of pathway on the corner there. That looks lovely actually, I like that. Just a little splash of colour. Nice. Okay, good. So this corner here, not sure. I'd like some sort of statue. I might do another hippo statue actually. That would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? Or possibly something to do with the creepy crawly caves. Oh blimey, look, we're going to have to get more restaurants, aren't we? Those people are really hungry. Yeah, so something to do with the creepy crawly caves actually. So I might have I don't know what statues there are for that. Where are we? Centerpieces, statues. I don't know that they've done insects as statues. It would be really good if they have. Like a big spider or something. I'm not seeing a lot here. There's a snake. I guess that has potential, but it's not particularly good, I don't think. No, they haven't, have they? That's a real shame. Look at a big golden llama. They've done such lovely statues. It's such a shame they haven't done any appropriate sort of creepy crawly stuff. I mean, this is as close as it gets, really. What is that? Oh, a peacock. Okay. And a gharial. That's incredibly random. I mean, the snake is pretty cool. And I do have some snakes in there. So let's just put it in and see what we think. Okay, so I guess that has to be slotted down to about there. Roughly in the middle. And a little bit back. Is that kind of what it's meant to look like? Looks like it's meant to be curled around something more here. I know that. Yeah, that's. Hang on. So its tail. Where's its tail go? Oh, its tail just goes to here. Okay, and then it comes up, wraps around, and up to there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. I think if I get a bit of foliage around the bottom, put a light on it, it's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, I can work with that. That's good. Okay, so the bridge. Let's look at our bridge. So I want this to be a wooden structure, like a log pattern. So let's have a look at our logs. So we've got these logs. I like these. I don't think they're colourable though. No. What else have we got? Yeah, see, I think that's a better colour. But it's not. Yeah, they're not very thick. I wouldn't mind thicker ones. How about these ones? See, that is really thick. To be honest, this is probably the more realistic one. Let's start with. Oh, hang on, I need the angle snap. Let's start with these and see what happens, shall we? So the idea is, I want. Yeah, see, that's going to hide it pretty nicely, actually, isn't it? I want it hidden. I'm thinking if I can bring it right up like this. Make it look like a really, because obviously little kids could just walk through here and fall off. So I almost want to create this sort of thing. So it covers up the concrete, but it also creates a barrier higher up to stop anyone from falling off or things just rolling under here and falling off. Yeah. Right, let's start with that and work from it. I think maybe it needs to come out a bit, or does it? I'm just thinking of these bins. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, firstly let's just move it right to the end, and then I can copy it across. So I'm going to take it right up to this end, I think, like that, and then let's copy it across. I'll just blend them together, make it look like one long solid piece essentially. I just hope this doesn't look too chunky when it's finished. See, this end probably just needs to go to there, I guess, doesn't it? Okay, what are we thinking so far? Okay, I like that. I think that looks pretty decent. So I'm not too fussed about the underside because realistically this would be a concrete bridge, so I don't mind this bit here being on display. But obviously I do need some downwards pieces as well. So whether I use these same bits, see, I'm thinking it needs a structure essentially like that, and then I wonder if I can, yeah, copy this onto about there, and hopefully that will leave enough room for the animals to still get in and out. Obviously I can extend this right down into the floor. So it doesn't need to be an overcomplicated structure. It just needs to sort of cover up a bit of concrete and look good, which I think that does. So then hopefully I can just copy and paste that whole thing over to this side, and it will look just as good. Right, let's just get the spacing right. It's a little bit tricky, but I think I can move the bins out a little bit. How's the bin looking over here? It's right on it. It's right on it there as well, isn't it? It's kind of in it a little bit actually. Let me just maybe just move it back a tiny bit. There we go. Right, so where are the support structures on this side? Actually, because this side is a very different looking structure, so I can probably get away with it having less support on this side because you've got the concrete on each side. So actually I don't mind this beam being here. It sort of just looks like it's extra support of some sort, doesn't it? That looks fine. See, what I haven't done is just covered that gap in there. Let's just get that hidden. Don't think that's poking through the top. No, good. Okay, what do we think to that? I like that. I think that looks good. I think it looks right on this side as well. It covers up, goes to the end. I could just bring this bit in this end actually, couldn't I? Because obviously it's slightly different on this side. So let's bring that in probably to there. How does it look over here? Yeah, this side is fine because it matches this one, so that's good. That looks fine. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think that looks really good. Now, the other thing that I did consider is whether I want to build it up in any way. I'll tell you what I am going to do actually, because these bits here are just overlapping and causing that slight graphical bug just a tiny bit. So if I just want to manipulate them, just so that they're not doing that graphical glitch, and I'll do the same on this side as well. So I'm glad to say that everyone so far seems to be enjoying this series, and I really are appreciating all your positivity and your feedback and your ideas, so do keep your suggestions coming. at the moment I can't think of so I'm just going to get rid of a couple of bits there that aren't needed. I can't really think of suggestions that people have come up with that I haven't done yet, if you see what I mean. But yeah, please do keep them coming. I need all the suggestions I can. People are suggesting animals and things to do next, which is great. I still haven't decided where I'm going next. I think it's likely to be maybe over here and start sort of integrating this area here. What I'm hoping to do when I do like a habitat up here is really blend all of this together. So the habitat, whatever I put in here, whether it maybe bears, will come right down to here. And so everything kind of blends together as naturally as possible. That's my kind of thinking. Now I don't even know if like this here could, I don't know if you can build a barrier with the train going through it. So like if I do a habitat, whether the habitat edge could come right where the train is and this be the edge. I don't know. I'm going to have to experiment with that kind of thing. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the lighting, I think, because there's still quite a bit of lighting that we haven't done. Yeah, so that cave entrances look really good. I'm very happy with them, but I definitely want to light up the train a bit more. The habitat itself, I don't really want to light the habitats, just the pathways and things. And I'm not going to go over the top. I like this sort of lighting along the back here. So like this bridge could do with some lighting. So let's get something on here. This will probably have, I would say, a couple of lampposts, I think is all this needs. What have we got? How about wooden ones? Ooh, flames. Do I want flames? I'm not sure that I do, but they do look kind of cool. Maybe I get one sort of in the middle between the benches. Something like that. I like that it's high enough that people wouldn't be able to reach the flames. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Okay, that's good. And then we've just got a bit of a pathway here. And again, this needs something. Let's get rid of this align to surface. That always annoys me. And the angle snap. Yeah, so this, like I said, I don't want to go over the top with lighting, but certainly when you get areas like this, just some gentle lighting so that people can see where they're going is all it needs. Subtle. I think one back here would make sense. Maybe one here as well, and one in here. And obviously I've got the dam here, which I'm not going to do in this episode. This will be the next episode because that's quite a big project. There we go, that's that looking much better. I've done the cave. I was going to put a spotlight on the snake, wasn't I? So let's get that done. And that is probably going to have to be one of these. And I might, yeah, it's probably going to have to go right down here. Now what colour what colour would look good on a snake? I think maybe a nice yellow. It's kind of interrupting with the green a little bit on the cave entrance. Maybe can I angle this up in just the right way? Yeah, there we go. So I want it to highlight the snake, but not everything behind it. Yeah, that looks good. Can I angle that a little bit more? I like that it's casting its shadow on this bit up here. Yeah, there we go. That looks good, doesn't it? As you come along there, that's really highlighting that snake nicely. And I think that's probably all I'm going to do. I might attach something underneath here. That might look kind of nice. Like a couple of these ones attached underneath the bridge. Let's have a look. Let's get it roughly in the middle. Yeah, I like that. That's just that subtle little bit of lighting underneath the bridge there. That looks good. And what about the home up here? Ah, hang on, we've got, yeah, so I'm going to need something here because we've got actually, let's continue with the same type of light. Yeah, we've got people coming here to view the animals, so it makes sense to have a light or two here. So maybe one there. This one's just for staff, of course, but they still need to be able to see where they're going. So let's get a couple here. I wonder if I can just push that into the hedge. No, it's a little bit too much into the hedge. Get it on the edge of the hedge. Looks like, make it look like the hedge is just growing around it a bit. Oh wow, that's really gone at a bit of a funky angle there, hasn't it? Never mind. Well, I can do that. That looks good. And then I think on the outside of here, I will have one of my traditional little hanging ones. Yeah, there we go. Then it's enough. It's subtle. I like subtle. So that's the word of today. Subtle. Okay, so I'm happy with all that. Actually, did I want something in here, or is there enough in here? I like the idea of there being a bit of lighting actually in the house. Maybe just one up on the wall here. Yeah, just so you got a little bit of a glow in there. I like that. But again, the animals need somewhere dark really to, you know, to go and sleep at night, so you don't want to flood it with light. Yeah, that looks nice there. Come up over here. What's the view like now? Wow, look at all these people. There's a lot of people coming in, considering that I don't have many animals yet. And there's your view. Yeah, that is looking pretty cool. I love the train, even though it's only temporary. That looks cool coming down there. Yeah, so I want to do the train over here, don't I? So let's get that done, and then that will probably end the episode, I think. So I reckon this needs something like this, like these smaller lampposts, just dotted along the line, I would say. Don't know. Let's have a look. What do we think? Yeah, just actually, can I change? No, I can't change the color of these ones, but I think that's going to be fine. Because again, you don't want it sort of floodlit. You don't want it really in your face. As you're going around the train, it's quite exciting to be on a train at night, so I don't mind there being some dark bits. I think just enough so you can see where it's going, and then this tunnel is part of the next project, so I'll do something in there at some point as well. But yeah, there we go. That just, oh, look at that. The train looks great at night. Yeah, just subtle lighting all the way along the line there as well. Great. Tempted to do something on the water, but I think it'll be too much. This is the sort of thing I've done before, is actually use these lights to try and, yeah, sort of highlight areas of water, but they're just so bright. Yeah, they're just too much. You can do things like this. I mean, you can almost kind of sink it in like that, so that it's kind of highlighted. So there's quite a few different types here, but none of them are particularly good. That's probably the best one, isn't it? And it just kind of just highlights a bit of colouring in the lake at night. Let's put it in. Let's see what we think. I can always undo it. Yeah, I quite like that actually. I think it's just enough. You don't have to be able to see the lights. That's the good thing about this sort of thing. You can just bury the light and pretend that the light source is coming from somewhere else. Basically, it's cheating. Let's be honest. Is what I'm doing. I'm cheating. I'm creating light where there shouldn't be any, just because it looks good. Do you know what? I'm okay with that. Right, and then one more. At the top there. What do we think? Yeah, I like that. It just shows the water up a little bit more, doesn't it? You don't need to be able to see where the light's coming from. Just looks nice. Excellent. Because this one I went quite bold with the lighting, which is fine. I like that. I think that works there. But I quite like the subtleness of that. Cool, there's our lighting. I'm not going to do any more down here or on the island. I want the animals to have their own natural habitat. I only want the human areas to be lit up. Great. And then just to finish off the episode, let's just get a bit of vegetation in around here. So I want to try and hide this spotlight a bit if I can, because we know that it works like shining through these lights. The lights shine through the hedges quite well, so we don't need to worry too much about hiding it. Just need, what do I need? No, that's too much, I think. Is it? Or is it? Actually, if I sink that in, it makes a really nice bush, actually, that one. Yeah, I like that. It's one of the joys of being able to sync items, isn't it? You can create a whole new plant with an existing one if you do it subtly like that. Sorry, I'm using the word subtle way too much today. It is my word of the day. Okay, there we go. Good. Maybe just... what else have we got? I like the sort of the bronzy coppery look. I was just wondering whether I could get a little bit of extra colouring in there just to really set that off. I think that'll catch the light really nicely as well. Let's just put it back to night and see what happens. Yeah, look at that. See, this red colour really captures the light well, doesn't it? Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And there we have it. We have our bridge, we have our foliage, we have our viewing platform, we have our lighting. This area is looking pretty damn good now. Even if I do say so myself, I am really happy with all that. I think that is coming along very nicely. So next episode, we will move on to our dam at the end here, and I've got some ideas for how I'm going to do this. So it's going to be taking in water here and then kicking it out on this side, essentially. Obviously, it's all going to be faked, but it's going to hopefully look really good. But we'll see. You can be the judge of whether it actually looks any good. And then I've got to work out where this pathway is going as well. I want to take some stairs up here, I think, to here. But I do want to also continue a pathway along that sort of, I don't know really. I haven't really worked out. But probably continuing along this edge here and into this bit somehow. Although I kind of like the idea of a pathway over the top of this, so... yeah, not sure at all yet how all this is going to work. I kind of like the idea of having a pathway going down here and then this being a habitat and the pathway sort of being enclosed in a tunnel coming down here in some way. So that might happen at some point, and the train will potentially still go over the top of there, although I want the train... I probably want the train to do like a big loop around the edge of this, maybe come up this hill, have a bridge over here, and then come up this way somewhere, and probably loop around back onto this hill. Maybe even come right down on top of this so it does a big loop along here. And then across this. Maybe that could work, something like that. And then have another train station somewhere up here as well. I could have a train station up here possibly. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. I've got all sorts of ideas. I'm just going to make it up as I go along pretty much. But yeah, I've got ideas and thoughts. Because at some point obviously I want to build up here. So I'll probably build stairways coming up this side of the hill here. Or maybe here. Have something happening. So I'll just keep on changing things and adding things as I go along. And obviously if you guys come up with good suggestions, then I will go with that as well. I kind of like the idea of a sloped path coming off of here and up through the hillside, as long as it doesn't interrupt with what's inside, which, whoops, excuse me, which it could possibly do. It's one of those things, until you start building it, you can't really tell if it's going to interrupt or not. But I like the idea of some kind of a wiggly staircase coming up through here. It's the sort of thing I might just build, and even if I'm not planning on building up here, I might try and put it into place. Give myself options. I might experiment a bit with that in the next episode. But I think for now, that's going to do it for this episode. And we're basically there now with our hippo and flamingo lake. And I'm really happy with that. I mean, look at that. It looks much better than I ever expected. So yeah, pretty pleased in general. So please let me know what you think. Are you enjoying the series? Are you enjoying the episode? If you have, you can hit the like button. That really does help me out. Leave me comments, suggestions and ideas. That would be fantastic. And hopefully you can join me again in the next episode where we'll be building our dam. Until then, do take care and I will see you soon.